I crashed. Well guys, I freaking crashed. Yep, I had my first explosion. So when you're flying and you crash and the video signal cuts out like instantly, but then like you're far enough away where the sound is delayed and then you hear the sound hit your ear, it was a scary moment for me. And I thought this thing was a gazillion pieces exploded. It was my first crash, and after moping around crying for 2 weeks like this, I realized, you know, it's part of the hobby. It is. It's just my first crash. I mean, you can't get too attached to your quad.
I love you too. I can't wait for you to fly again.
Because you're gonna crash it. Or not fly it ever. You know, like people buy supercars and then they don't drive them. Well, that's just stupid if you ask me.
Someday we'll be able to fly together.
I was flying up and down this driveway and I decided the sun was setting, so I was flying higher than I am in this video, and I went around the pine tree here and hit some ghost branches and crashed into a tree trunk. Now let me tell you guys, the sound it makes when you crash into a solid tree trunk with carbon fiber, I thought this thing was going to be into a million pieces. I really did. I run down the driveway, or drive down the driveway, and the first thing I find is this. And then I'm looking around, I'm like, what is the rest of it gonna look like? Like shredded to pieces? So I start looking around in the deep snow and find like little tiny chunks of tree branches, and I didn't find anything else. So I found this camera, and it didn't look quite like this when I found it. This thing was hanging off. This button is still broken, I can't fix that, that's gone. But the screen was like split apart on the seam, so it was like that. So now when I turn it on, like half this third of the screen doesn't work anymore. The camera does still record though, so that's nice. But like all of the plastics on the camera aren't quite together anymore, and surprisingly it works still. What else happened was I crashed the battery. And I think I'm going to still fly it because the actual cells look okay. It's just the plastic around here that's broken. Or the battery lead connector, the JST XH connector, whatever it's called, broke off. So I'm going to try to fix this battery. And then on the quad here, I broke this arm off. And the 3 motor leads broke off the ESC. Apparently I had cold soldering joints, which is good for the crash, bad for performance, what I'm told. So they came off relatively cleanly, and hopefully I can solder them back on without it being too tight. We'll find out. I ordered new arms. They're coming in the mail. Should be here on Monday, so I can get back in the air next week. I've already plugged in the battery to test everything else, and everything else powers on. I plugged it into Betaflight. The RX, the transmitter works, so everything should be good electronically. Thankfully, because this thing was buried in snow. I also lost the antenna cover. I know that's a very big deal. I'm probably gonna get like a fraction of the range I had before, like 10%. That's how good the plastic is. It makes your quad just fly forever. So this is the first time flying on a road like this, kind of up and down the road, following it. It's kind of fun. It was different. It's a different view than what I've had other times, but this is also the same place I lost my Wizard. So I was a little scared, you know, it was kind of haunting me, and I had a crash, right? So that's unfortunate, but here's some flight footage. So I hope you guys enjoyed hearing about my bad day or bad last couple of weeks. But please like the video, comment, give me advice, and subscribe to my channel. Hopefully I can be in the air soon. That's the goal. See you next time. Peace.